Stitches of love we sew. In this online world we come to grow. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where hearts align. Let's embrace the craft and let our souls shine.
Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop Studio, and today we're going to make a do-it-yourself dust collector. We all have those handles that come with the package. You can use your own to do your little dust collecting all the way around your house. They're fine. I mean, they do what you need them to do, but I also have materials here that I can make my own to do the same thing, because I dust the camera equipment, I've got the long arm to dust and everything else in here, and especially when you're cutting fabric and batting and everything else continuously, you end up getting a lot of dust everywhere, right? So I thought I have the means to do it here. So what I did is I went and I took one from the package, and I'm like, okay, well, we got some dimensions here. It's about 4.5 this way and about 7.5 this way. And of course we have a little pocket where we're going to put our little prongs into, and they're all different types. They're different types of prongs. Like this is the ones that I have for this one. So it would go either on either side of that one. I developed ones for just to put it right in the center and then just kind of slip it down. And you can tell it works. I have used it to dust all the camera equipment here in the quilt shop. And that was just one layer batting and 2 layers of white fabric. It was just like a really see-through, like, yeah, just almost like a basic stabilizer. It's really not that thick. And I just chopped that up. So what I thought, okay, the second time around, or third time around, because this was my first prototype, is I would use some flannel, because flannel is nice and it's fluffy. So I've got a couple bits of flannel, a strip of that very light polyester fabric or linen-y fabric there, one thing of batting, some more of that fabric, a little bit more of the flannel, a little bit more fabric, and there. So just a few layers this time around, because of course the more layers you're going to get, the more fluffy it's going to be. Okay, so to catch all the dust. Now I do have a pair of pinking shears for this, which is going to make the fluff a little bit easier to deal with. Or if you don't have that, just a pair of scissors would be just fine. And then when you just kind of put it through a wash and a dry cycle, just trim off any little extra bits that you're going to get for hair wise or, you know, thread wise, and you're good to go. Okay, so I tried to lay my little stacks up all together. It's not like a rocket science or anything. You just kind of want to get them so you can get like a center line. And then I found that my unit here, the unit that I was working with, is approximately like 1¼ inches on the width, and we do kind of want it maybe a little bit thicker in some spots, but you do want it so make sure it fits nice and snug. Now you can put it so it sits in between 2 lines. If you want to do it that way, put 3 little lines and then slip it in between. I'm just going to make it so it's like 1 pocket. So we're just going to kind of eyeball it a bit, about 2.5 inches in, because some of those wider bits of fabric are 5 inches. So I'm just going to put 1 line right down the center, and then I'm going to scoot over from that. We're going to go about through just between the 1/2 and the 3/4. So what is that? That's what, 5/8? I think so. Okay, and I'm putting the line on like the 5/8 line, and then we're just going to draw a line there. Okay, and then we'll do the same on the other side, approximately there. So this is the line, this is where my line is, and it's right in there, in between the 1/2 and 3/4. Okay. And that's just going to give equal spacing on both sides, okay? And then those are just going to be our stitch lines, okay? So you don't have to pin anything together, you just come over to the machine. I did a little back stitch just to make sure things were going to hold, because I was going to be taking the handle in and out. Stitched right here, and I did a little back stitch, and then I just upped my needle, did a little twist, go back around on the line that I want to stitch on, do a little back stitch, check on down, back stitch, and trim. And again, if you wanted to put that one in the center to help keep the prongs separate, that's totally up to you, okay? So now that we're going to go on this end is we're going to snip everything, okay? We're going to snip it about, you know, 1/2 inch apart or something like that. Just go do, and that's going to give us all our little fluffs, okay? So back to the table. Okay. Well, first let's see if it fits. That's always a key point. You don't have to put it into the top slot. You can put it like somewhere right in between, so it's going to be nice and secure. Okay, that's good. There we go. That fits lovely. All right, so now what we want to do is you just want to come in and clip just right next to that line. So I try to keep my scissors based on the table, and then I just kind of, with a full clasp of the scissor cut, kind of come on down. It does get a little bit thick, so you may want to try and do like layers. You can come in and just do like that layer, and then come back up and do top of that layer. You know, whatever works for you. Obviously, that works better for me, so we're going to do that. And then if you didn't have the pinking shears, you can just use regular scissors. It's not a big deal. And then once fluffed up, it's going to catch all that dust. You'll weave it around. It's amazing when you work in a craft space like that. We're going to do another small one at the end here. Okay, there. And then if you want to do, if you just have the regular scissors, it's the same principle. You just come in and come right straight to the line. Okay, about a 1/2 inch apart. And we'll give it a little fluff. And especially when it's like pollen season and stuff like that, it's amazing how that stuff even just gets into your house. Okay, and then pop this right through the layers, hold it in tight, and then just kind of give it a little floofs until there. And then you can just kind of run your fingers across it too. Right? Just give it a little fluffins. You don't want them too small, but then you don't want them too big either. So just got to find that happy medium. And you made yourself some easily washable dust cloths to collect the dust, right? And we goes collecting all the dust. It's making some dust. And we all could use to save a little bit of money, right? You know, things are not getting any cheaper. And if we have the means to just kind of wash what we have instead of just collecting and then tossing it out, then I think we should do that, right? So, all right, I hope you make some. Take care. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. We have a live stream on Saturday. We're actually going to work on spoon flower free pattern mini backpack. Go check it out. We're going to work on that. I've already made one, and it's super easy. Really easy to do and super cute, and you can adapt it in a couple ways. Add some pockets, add some other zippers, you know, have some fun with it. So hopefully you come and join us for that. All right? Take care. We'll see you soon, and get dusted. You know you want to.